안녕하세요, 여러분. Jeff Sebastian B. Mundos from STEM 12 Q104, your reporter for today. And for today's topic is sex and gender inequality. Gender. Men and women differ in physical traits as in average height, weight, amount of body hair, and muscle to fat ratio. However, the mention that I said would refer to gender differences. So what is gender differences? Gender differences are defined as biological differences between sexes, variances between males and females that are based on biological adaptations that are the same for both sexes. A good example is the difference in cognitive ability of boys and girls in the classroom, with boys slightly better at math and girls slightly better at reading and literature. Now let's get back to the gender. Gender also refers to the characteristics of women, men, girls, and boys that are socially constructed. These include norms, behaviors, and roles associated with being a woman, man, girl, or boy, as well as relationships with each other. Also, it refers to your sense of who you are as a guy, girl, or something else, as opposed to what your physical characteristics, genes, and hormones indicate. It is also the social attributes and opportunities associated with being male and female, the relationships between women and men and girls. Identifying your gender can be more diverse than simply seeing yourself as male or female, and people express their genders in different ways. A person's sex refers to the biological identity of that person. The variety of biological characteristics is the same in all societies. In contrast, gender traits are socially created and may vary from culture to culture. The consequences of gender differences are far-reaching. It is gender, not biology, that determines the majority of the roles of men and women play in society. Person's sex also refers to the physical differences between people who are male, female, or intersex. A person typically has their sex assigned at birth based on physiological characteristics, including genitalia and chromosome composition. Don't be confused between sex and gender. Always keep in mind that sex is usually categorized as female or male, but there is variation in the biological attributes that comprise sex and how those attributes are expressed. Gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, expressions, and identities of girls, women, boys, men, and gender-diverse people. Gender roles. Societies have norms governing how men and women should act. A specific behaviors and attributes of a society that is established for men and women are called gender roles. Gender roles then influence behavior through social and biological processes. In social interaction, people respond more favorably to others who conform to gender role expectations. Women and men also might incorporate gender roles into their own personal identities. This includes on how we're expected to act, speak, dress, groom, and conduct ourselves based upon our assigned sex. Gender identity. Sociologists are concerned with how gender identity is formed and how the identity influences social behavior. Gender identity is the awareness of being masculine or feminine as those traits are defined in culture. Gender identity is one's sense of being a man or a woman. Gender identity is how you feel about and express your gender, like the bisexual, gay, lesbian, transgenders, and many more. Now, there's a difference between the gender identity and gender role, but always remember that gender identity, in nearly all instances, is self-identified as a result of a combination of inherent and extrinsic or environmental factors. Gender role, on the other hand, is manifested within society by observable factors such as behavior and appearance. Lastly, always keep in mind that in today's generation, more people bravely come out as their preferred gender. Let's respect them and treat them as a human being because it is timely that we all see gender as a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals. Once again, I am Jeff Sebastian B. Mundos from STEM 12 Q104, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
All I would love,